Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel. I am the professor. Today, we are going to talk about Eddie Alexandre plea agreement. And the reason I'm doing this in English is because I want everybody to understand what it is Eddie Alexandre pled to and what Eddie Alexandre told the judge and in its own word, basically. The reason that I'm doing that is because a number of people who work with Eddie Alexandre and Emini FX have been somewhat telling people that he didn't plead guilty to the indictment, that he was simply a mistake. This wasn't a mistake. This was a well-planned Ponzi scheme to defraud the Haitian community. Now, I have in front of me, in my hand, a copy of the transcript of what Eddie Alexandre told the court. And when in a few minutes, I'm going to explain to you what exactly Eddie Alexandre pled to and what he told the court he wanted to do. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Again, thank you. I am the professor. Well, let's jump into it, right? Now, you guys remember when Eddie Alexandre was arrested, the government charged him with 2 counts. One was commodities fraud and wire fraud, right? There were 2 counts. So people from Emini FX, have been lying to you. They've been telling you stories about what happened. When I'm here to make it clear for you, I'm here to tell you the truth so you understand what this case is about, because your money is on the line. This case is important to you, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, remember on February 12th, Eddie Alexandre went to court and he changed his plea from not guilty to guilty. And I'm going to read for you. And I'm reading from the judge transcript. The judge asked Eddie, now, under this plea agreement, you will be pleading guilty to count 1 of the indictment. Okay, count 1 of the indictment, which charges you with committing commodities fraud and violation of Title VII. And Eddie Alexandre responded, yes, Your Honor. So first, let's agree that what Eddie Alexandre said, he pled to count 1, commodities fraud. He pled to fraud, period. There was a little thing he didn't add there, and that's what he pled to. No. He pled to commodities fraud. And you will be able to see the transcript yourself, because I'm going to publish the transcript of his plea agreement on my website, TrueNewsBlog.com. And I'm going to write it for you. You can go there and read it yourself if you don't believe me, but you can go there and read it. Now, once Eddie Alexandre pled, the judge then moved forward to ask him what exactly did he do. And Eddie Alexandre, in his own word, told the judge that he lied about what was on his website, whether he has AI, whether he has a robot or not. He lied about that. He told the judge he lied about it. And the reason he said to the judge he lied about it, he wanted people to invest in Emini FX. He wanted people to think that he had a trade secret, because that's what he said. That's what he told the judge. And it's right here in the piece of paper. I'm not making this up, guys. This is what he told the judge, that this is the reason why he lied. Okay, number 1. Now, the judge asked Eddie Alexandre, why did you lie? He said, because Eddie Alexandre responded, because I wanted people to invest. The judge then went further and asked Mr. Alexandre, did you know what you were doing was in violation of the law? Did you know you were breaking the law? And Mr. Alexandre responded, yes, Your Honor. So now let's go back from what some people at Emini FX were telling you, that, oh yeah, it wasn't a Ponzi scheme, it wasn't a pyramid, it wasn't a fraud, Eddie Alexandre didn't do anything wrong. Well, Eddie Alexandre in his own mouth not only admitted to lying to all of you about where your money would be invested, about what it is that he had on his website, and he told the judge the reason he lied is because he wanted to fool you. He wanted you guys to bring all your money to him. So he misled you. He lied to you. He lied to all of you. Okay? If you are a member of the church, guess what? He lied to you, basically. Okay? Now, in lying to you, he also committed a crime because the law simply doesn't allow people to lie about taking people's money for purpose of investment when you have no intent of investing the money, or actually you don't even know what you're doing. So this transcript will be there for all of you to see if you want to check it out. Go to TrueNewsBlog.com, and when you sign into my website, you will see a copy of the transcript and you can read it yourself. Now, this transcript is full of good things. For example, the judge asked Eddie Alexandre, okay, did you act knowingly, willfully, and with the intent to defraud the investors? Eddie Alexandre said, yes, Your Honor. So Eddie Alexandre and the rest of his co-conspirators, I call them non-indicted co-conspirators, they all got together. They decided that there are a number of people in the Haitian community, especially in the church community, that he can design this grand fraud. And that by telling people that their money will be invested, that they will have 5%, that he has a trade secret that would help people make money, then people would then invest. So it wasn't a marketing strategy, it was a crime. It was a lie. And that's what he pled to, as I told you. He pled to commodities fraud. It's right on the paper. There is no if and but about it. You can go and read it yourself. You know, if you understand English, you can read English. It's right, black and white. Now, here's what I find fascinating, right? The judge asked Eddie that whether he understands that he has a right to go to trial and that the government would have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed the crime that he had just agreed to, the crime that he said he agreed that he had committed. And that the judge asked Eddie whether he really want to waive his right to trial. And Eddie said, yes, he wants to waive his right to trial. The judge asked Eddie whether he understands that by giving up his right to go to trial, by pleading guilty, is he in fact guilty? Eddie Alexandre said, yes, Judge, I'm in fact guilty. Now, for all of you out there who are saying, oh, he's not guilty, here's the proof right there in my hand, and you're going to be able to see it on my website. So the man is guilty, you know, as I know my name. So there's no doubt about it, because he did this and he did it for money because he wanted to defraud you. He wanted to take your money. Now, some of you have been saying, oh, well, you know, he was paying us the 5% every week. Yes, with other people's money, but eventually he would have skipped town with billions of dollars of your money. Now, if you're a Christian, if you go to church, you should kneel down right now and thank God for stopping Eddie Alexandre before he did more damage to the Haitian community. If you're a true Christian, if you're an Adventist, you're a true Christian, you should say thanks to God for stopping this man before he financially destroyed the Haitian community. Because I told you there were a lot of people from all over this country, even in Europe and South America, who have invested with MNEFX. And these people would have invested more money. Thanks God that Bank of America stopped this guy. Thanks God that the FBI arrested him when he did. And thanks God it was only $250 million, even though that's a lot of money. It could have been more money. It could have been $1 billion, who knows? But thanks God that the guy gets stopped. Now, Some of you have said, well, he's not going to go to prison. Well, I'm going to tell you something. He will go to prison. And I think those documents, the judge mentioned that very clearly on this document, that he's facing 10 years. And of course, we will talk about his prison sentence in another video, but he will go to prison. The question you have to keep asking yourself is what happened to your money? And if you keep watching The Professor, you will know how to fight to get your money back. So guys, I'm sorry to say that, and I've said it a million times. I have nothing personal against Eddie Alexandre. The man has never done anything to me. I've never met the man in my life. I only know people who know him. So we may have some friend in common. That's all there is. But what he did was terrible. What he did was intentional. What he did was destroying the Haitian community. You are out of $250 million, almost $250 million, because this guy is a liar, is a fraudster, and he's probably the biggest fraudster in the Haitian community, because I've never met anyone who defrauded the community as much as Eddie Alexandre did. I mean, I knew of other people. There was a guy in West Palm Beach who took $64 million. There was another guy upstate New York who took $25 million. But that is nothing compared to what Eddie Alexandre has been doing. And what is terrible, what is really fascinating, is that there's a whole bunch of these people who actually follow this guy around to court like this guy is some savior, or it's a crime. This guy is Jesus Christ. Eddie Alexandre is not Jesus Christ. The man is a crime, is a big fraudster, he's a criminal. He's not somebody you want in your community. And I got to tell you, and I've said this before and people didn't believe me, Eddie Alexandre is not a US citizen. So as soon as he gets out of federal prison, he will be sent back to Haiti. And probably the last time you will see Eddie Alexandre is July 12th. And you know what? I'm not sorry for him. I'm not sorry for him at all, because he did a terrible thing to the Haitian community. I have been investigating this case, and I have been talking to single women, to elderly women, to family members, to husband, to wife, people who took their entire life saving and handed over to Emini FX and Eddie Alexandre, thinking that this guy was going to make them rich. And now each and every single one of the 62,000 people are about to lose their money. All because Eddie Alexandre was a greedy bastard. That's what he was. And he said that himself. He told the judge he knew what he was doing, and he knew what he was doing was wrong. So I don't know how you can have a straight face, look at me in a straight face and defending this guy. How? His own lawyer couldn't defend him. His own lawyer couldn't go to trial and bring the witnesses and defend him. So if you are one of the churchgoers, one of the people in his church, you should pray for him to change. You should pray for him for God to have mercy on his soul. You should pray for him to turn into an honest person, as opposed to somebody who goes in the community and lies to people so he can take your money. That's what you should be doing to him. But you should not sanction what, you should not condone what he did. You shouldn't say, oh, well, he didn't do it. Yes, he did. He pled guilty to commodities fraud, and he did. And I'm going to continue talking about it, and I'm going to continue educating you on the legal system, so you understand next time when another Eddie comes around and try to take your money, you would say, the professor told me to be careful. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I will see you. Thank you.